Chapter 2. Mother had a dream the night before I was born. An angel told her I would be tempted to turn away from the office of cleric to live a life of the world. The next day I, their firstborn, a son, came into the world. They named me Corban, meaning a gift devoted to the Creator. Somehow Mother and Father would find a way to remind me of this every day. Now, Corban, they would say, you're a gift from the Creator. Let's not waste it on other, unimportant things in life. One of my earliest memories is drawing a picture of the great sea, a mixture of blues and greens dotted on top by brown blobs of ships.
It's the great sea, Mother. Do you like it?
She quietly took the paper from me, bottom lip quivering.
I think, Corban, we'll have to show it to your father when he returns home.
She folded it up and put it in her dress pocket. Sure enough, as soon as Father returned, she brought my picture out to show him.
Stephen, this is what Corban drew today.
He briskly took the paper from her and examined it for a few moments before crumpling it up. Drawing isn't a holy pursuit fit for a cleric. You're a gift from the Creator, so don't waste that gift. The deep disappointment on his face mirrored my own. That was the first time I looked to the sea to help calm the raging storm of emotion in my soul. Since I was only 4 years old at the time, I couldn't very well cross the city to the beach on my own. Instead, I decided to climb up onto the roof of our house to see if I could catch a glimpse of the great sea, sparkling in the morning sun. It wasn't hard, as our house was partly built against the side of a small knoll. After a little while, I noticed Father standing behind me. Can I join you, Corban?
Yes, Father. How did you know I was here?
Did you think you were the first person to discover this spot? I hadn't really thought about it much. Being only 4 years old, I thought I knew everything.
When did you find it?
Oh, a while now. I was about your age when I decided to run away from home. I didn't really. I just came up here and found out how great the view was. My father joined me then, just as I sit with you now.
Were you really thinking about running away?
No, but I was mad at my mother. I complained about the oatmeal at breakfast that morning. She told me she would eat it if I wasn't hungry. I didn't believe her, so I said, go ahead and do it. And she did.
That's silly. You were mad because you complained about your oatmeal, so Grandmama ate it. I would never do that.
Perhaps not. Would you like to share why you came up here, son?
I was upset because of the drawing. I worked really hard on it.
I shared quietly, still stinging from the disappointment. We're sorry that we handled your paper that way. Sometimes it's difficult for your mother. She doesn't like talking about it, and I don't blame her.
What's difficult?
I replied timidly, not sure I really wanted to know. I just wished I could have my picture back and keep drawing more. Father gave a deep sigh before continuing. Your mother grew up with a much older brother. He got married and had a son, your cousin. His name was Carlos. When he was about 8 years old, his parents disappeared. This was shortly after your mother and I were married. No one knew what happened to them, but we decided to take care of Carlos, since we were his only relatives living nearby.
That's sad. Nobody knows what happened to them?
That's correct, Corban. It's still a mystery, but that's not the end of the story. We took care of Carlos the best we could. When he turned 16, he decided to sign on with the crew of a merchant trading ship called La Belladonna. Being 16, he was the legal age to make his own decisions. There was nothing we could do to stop him, so he left. Months later, we received word that La Belladonna had run aground in a horrible storm. destroyed on the rocks and ransacked by scavengers. It was unclear if any of the crew survived, and no further word has ever reached us.
Now that's really, really sad, Father. I had a cousin and didn't know about it.
Yes, Corban. But we lost him when you were still a baby. Maybe, somewhere out there, your cousin Carlos is still alive, we don't know. But do you understand now why a picture of the sea and ships might upset your mother?
Yes, I see why that picture would be upsetting. But what about other pictures? Why did you say that if I'm to be a cleric, I can't draw anymore?
Artists use their artwork to express their emotions and to evoke strong emotions in others. Many of those emotions aren't ones that clerics need be concerned with. Much art throughout history has been used to propagate anger, hatred, depression, even lust. No, it's easier if we just stay away from those issues. Understand?
Okay, Father.
All I understood was that I didn't want to upset Mother anymore. As important as the picture was, Mother was more important. Thank you. And let's not bring up Carlos or his family again, unless Mother mentions them. That will make things easier for her.
Oh no, Father. I promise I will not do that.
I said this with all the seriousness my 4-year-old self could muster. Then I thought of something else.
Father, where are your parents? And Mother's parents? You've mentioned them a few times, but I've never seen them.
After a long time of gazing out to sea, he replied, "Son, how old do you think I am?" I thought for a few seconds, then replied,
Maybe 25?
He chuckled. I will turn 36 years old this year. When I was born, my father was 35, and my mother was 33. Do you know how old they would be today? I didn't know where he was going with this, so I just pretended to add all the numbers together, and answered,
47.
Father smiled, a sad smile. Grandpapa would be 71 and Grandmama would be 69. I say would be because they are not. They died the year I decided to marry your mother, so they weren't even 60 years old. They say that before the floods, it was common for people to live into their 70s, 80s, 90s, even some past 100 years old. Whether it was true or not, it is no longer that way.
What about Mother's parents? Are they dead too?
Yes, Corban. They both died months before Mother's brother, their son, and his wife disappeared. And it's a small mercy of the Creator that it happened that way. I don't think they would have been able to survive the heartbreak of such an ordeal. He paused, distracted by his thoughts, then produced a small smile. Your mother may not seem like it, but she's one of the strongest people I know. Another pause. Then he stood up, ruffling my hair as he stretched. Speaking of your mother, I'll wager she has supper ready for us. What say we go down and get washed up?
What say we do?